Have you ever watched a child chasing a butterfly? The more they reach out, the more it flutters just out of grasp. They laugh, they run, but no matter how hard they try, the butterfly dances away. But then something unexpected happens. They pause, catch their breath, and in that moment of stillness, the butterfly gently lands on their shoulder. What changed? They stopped chasing. What if the secret to getting what you want isn't about chasing harder, but about letting go and allowing it to come to you? This is the surprising power of detachment. Now, think about how often in life we find ourselves in the role of the child, chasing after goals, relationships, or success with everything we have. We pour our energy into the pursuit, believing that the harder we try, the closer we'll get. But sometimes, the more we chase, the further our goals seem to drift away. What if, like the child, we need to stop, breathe, and create a space for what we truly desire to find us? What if, by letting go of the chase, we actually become magnets for the very things we've been pursuing? In our fast-paced world, the message is clear. If you want something, go after it with everything you've got. Work harder, push further, and never let up. This philosophy of relentless pursuit is celebrated in movies, books, and even in the advice we give each other. We see it in the athlete who trains day and night, in the entrepreneur who works 80-hour weeks, and in the student who studies tirelessly for top grades. The underlying belief is that effort equals success, and while effort is certainly important, there's a crucial element that often gets overlooked: the power of letting go. Detachment, as understood by the Stoics, doesn't mean giving up or being indifferent. On the contrary, it's a profound and active state of mind where we continue to strive and put forth our best effort, but without the desperate need to control the outcome. This is where the magic happens. When we release the need to force things, we open up a space for life to bring us what we truly need, often in ways we never expected. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, offered deep insights into this concept. He said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This isn't just about material wealth. It's about the poverty of the mind that comes from an insatiable desire for more success, more recognition, more validation. When we are constantly in a state of craving, we become prisoners to our desires. Detachment frees us from this prison. It allows us to appreciate what we have, to work toward our goals with calm and confidence, and to trust that life will provide what we need when we need it. Let's consider how this plays out in daily life. We often tie our happiness to specific outcomes: getting that promotion, achieving a personal milestone, or finding the perfect relationship. We believe that our contentment depends on these external achievements. But the truth is, by attaching our happiness to these outcomes, we set ourselves up for stress and disappointment. If things don't go as planned, we feel as though we've failed. But the Stoics teach us a different approach: to focus on our efforts, not the results. They remind us that while we can control our actions, we cannot control the outcomes. This realization is liberating. It allows us to invest fully in the process of living without being crushed by the weight of expectations. Imagine waking up every day with a sense of purpose, yet without the anxiety that usually accompanies it. You know what you need to do, and you do it to the best of your ability. But instead of worrying about whether your actions will lead to success, you trust that whatever the outcome, it will be the right one for you at this moment. This is the essence of detachment. It's about engaging fully with life, giving your best, and then letting go of the rest. This isn't about being passive. It's about recognizing the limits of your control and finding peace within those limits. The philosophy of Stoicism, which flourished over 2,000 years ago, offers timeless wisdom that remains incredibly relevant today. At the core of Stoic thought is the understanding that much of our suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our attachment to specific outcomes. The Stoics believed that while we should strive to live virtuously and do our best, we should also cultivate a sense of detachment from the results of our actions. This idea is beautifully encapsulated in the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let's unpack this idea further. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and faced immense challenges, yet he found solace in the belief that true strength comes from within, from how we choose to respond to life's challenges rather than from trying to control external circumstances. This principle of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot is central to Stoic thought and is particularly relevant when it comes to our personal goals and ambitions. Consider a scenario where you're deeply invested in a project at work. You've put in countless hours, poured your heart into it, and now the moment of truth approaches, presentation day. It's natural to feel anxious and to worry about the outcome. Will your boss be impressed? Will the project succeed? The Stoic approach would be to acknowledge these feelings, but not to let them dominate your mind. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your preparation, your delivery, and your attitude. The outcome, whether it's a roaring success or a quiet failure, is something you must accept with equanimity. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you trust that you've done your best and that the outcome, whatever it may be, will lead you to where you need to go next. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This statement points to the human tendency to create unnecessary suffering by dwelling on potential negative outcomes. Our minds can be our greatest allies, but they can also be our worst enemies when we allow fear and worry to take control. By practicing detachment, we can reduce this self-imposed suffering. Detachment doesn't mean suppressing our emotions or pretending that challenges don't affect us. Rather, it's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding their source, and then choosing not to be ruled by them. One of the practical ways to apply Stoic detachment is through a daily reflection practice. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review your actions and intentions. Ask yourself, did I do my best today? Did I act according to my values? If the answer is yes, then let that be enough, regardless of the external outcomes. This practice helps to reinforce the idea that your worth and your peace of mind are not dependent on the results of your actions, but on the quality of your efforts and your alignment with your principles. Making the shift from a mindset of chasing to one of attracting is both a psychological and spiritual journey. It requires us to challenge deeply ingrained beliefs about success and to cultivate a new way of being in the world, one that is rooted in trust, patience, and inner peace. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, it can lead to profound changes in how we experience life. One of the most important steps in this process is to develop a practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, of paying attention to what is happening right now without judgment. This practice is powerful because it helps us break free from the constant cycle of worry about the future or regret about the past. When we are mindful, we are able to appreciate what we have in the present moment and to engage with life more fully. This doesn't mean we stop setting goals or working toward our dreams. Rather, it means we approach our goals with a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that we are doing our best in this moment and trusting that the future will take care of itself. Mindfulness can be practiced in many ways. One simple method is to focus on your breath. Throughout the day, take a few moments to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and bring your attention to the sensations of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. This simple practice can help calm your mind, reduce stress, and bring you back to the present moment. Another method is mindful walking. As you walk, whether it's in your home, in a park, or on your way to work, pay attention to the sensations in your feet, the feeling of the ground beneath you, and the rhythm of your steps. This practice helps to ground you in the present and to cultivate a sense of peace and presence. Visualization is another powerful tool in shifting from chasing to attracting. But it's important to understand that this isn't about visualizing specific outcomes or obsessing over them. Instead, focus on the emotions you want to experience. For example, if you're working toward a promotion at work, instead of visualizing the moment you receive the promotion, focus on how you would feel if you were already in that role. How would you carry yourself? How would you interact with your colleagues? By aligning with these emotions, you become a magnet for the experiences that resonate with that energy. This is the essence of the law of attraction. Like attracts like. When you embody the feelings of success, joy, and contentment, you draw more of those experiences into your life. Gratitude is another cornerstone of this process. When we cultivate a sense of gratitude, we shift our focus from what's missing in our lives to what's already abundant. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. Gratitude not only makes us feel good in the moment, but it also changes our overall outlook on life. We begin to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and we attract positive experiences and people into our lives. A simple way to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. They can be as simple as a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of quiet in your day. Over time, this practice will train your mind to focus on the positive, which will in turn attract more positive experiences into your life. Another essential element of shifting from chasing to attracting is the cultivation of trust. Trust in yourself, in the process, and in the natural flow of life. This trust is not about blind faith. It's about recognizing that while you can influence your life through your actions, you cannot control every outcome. Trusting in the process means accepting that there are forces at work that are beyond your control, and that sometimes what you think you want is not what's best for you. By trusting that life will unfold as it should, you can relax and focus on doing your best in each moment without the constant pressure to achieve a specific result. To truly understand the power of detachment and attraction, let's explore some real-world examples of individuals who have applied these principles in their lives with remarkable results. These stories illustrate how letting go of the need to control outcomes can lead to unexpected and often better than expected results. Let's start with Sarah's story. Sarah was a high-achieving professional in the corporate world, known for her dedication and drive. She had always believed that the key to success was hard work and persistence, and for years, this belief seemed to serve her well. However, as she climbed the corporate ladder, she began to experience burnout. No matter how hard she worked, she felt unfulfilled and anxious about her future. One day, after a particularly stressful week, Sarah decided to take a step back. She realized that she had been so focused on chasing the next promotion that she had lost sight of why she started in her career in the first place. She made a conscious decision to stop chasing and start focusing on what truly mattered to her, her passion for helping others and creating a positive impact. She continued to work hard, but with a new perspective. She trusted that the right opportunities would come her way if she stayed true to her values. And they did. Not only did Sarah eventually receive the promotion she had been striving for, but she also found greater joy and fulfillment in her work. By letting go of the need to control every aspect of her career, she attracted the success and happiness she had been seeking all along. John's story offers another powerful example. John had always dreamed of starting his own business. He spent years chasing one business idea after another, convinced that if he just found the right idea and worked hard enough, he would achieve success. But each venture seemed to end in frustration and disappointment. Exhausted and discouraged, John decided to try a different approach. He stopped chasing the perfect business idea and instead focused on what he loved, helping people and solving problems. He started a small consulting business, offering advice and support to entrepreneurs who were just starting out. John didn't set out with a grand vision of success. He simply wanted to do work that he found meaningful and enjoyable. Over time, his business grew, and he found himself attracting clients and opportunities that he could never have imagined. John realized that by letting go of his obsession with success, he had created the space for success to find him. These stories highlight a fundamental truth. When we stop chasing and start aligning with our true selves, we create an environment where success can find us naturally. This doesn't mean that we stop setting goals or working hard. It means that we approach our goals with a sense of peace, trust, and openness. We focus on doing our best in each moment, knowing that the results will take care of themselves. It's important to note that detachment doesn't mean passivity or lack of ambition. It's about pursuing our goals with a sense of balance, engaging fully with life while also accepting that we cannot control everything. This balance allows us to move through life with greater ease and grace, attracting the experiences and opportunities that are truly meant for us. Cultivating patience, acceptance, and gratitude. As we continue to explore the concept of detachment and attraction, it's essential to delve deeper into the virtues that support this mindset: patience, acceptance, and gratitude. These virtues are not just abstract concepts. They are practical tools that we can cultivate to enhance our ability to attract what we desire and to live a more fulfilled life. Patience is perhaps the most challenging of these virtues, especially in a world that values instant gratification. We live in a society where everything is expected to happen quickly, whether it's getting a response to an email, seeing the results of a workout, or achieving success in our careers. However, the most meaningful and lasting successes often require time, effort, and a willingness to wait. Patience teaches us to trust in the timing of the universe. It reminds us that what is meant for us will come to us when the time is right, and not a moment sooner. By cultivating patience, we learn to wait with grace and to find peace in the process of becoming, rather than in the end result. Consider how different life could be if we approached our goals with patience. Instead of feeling frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like, we could embrace the journey, trusting that each step we take is bringing us closer to our destination. Patience allows us to enjoy the process of growth and discovery rather than constantly fixating on the outcome. It helps us to remain calm and centered, even in the face of setbacks, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. Acceptance is the practice of embracing what is, both the good and the bad. It's about recognizing that while we may not control the events of our lives, we do control how we respond to them. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging reality and choosing to respond in a way that aligns with our highest values. When we accept the present moment as it is, without resistance, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open ourselves to new possibilities. One way to practice acceptance is through self-compassion. When we face challenges or disappointments, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, to feel like we should have done better or that we've somehow failed. But acceptance teaches us to be kind to ourselves, to recognize that we are doing the best we can with the resources we have. It reminds us that life is a journey with ups and downs, and that every experience, even the difficult ones, is an opportunity for growth. By practicing self-compassion and acceptance, we can move through life with greater ease and resilience. Gratitude is the third pillar of this mindset, and it's one of the most powerful tools for attracting what we desire. When we cultivate a sense of gratitude, we shift our focus from what's lacking in our lives to what's already abundant. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. Gratitude not only makes us feel good in the moment, but it also changes our overall outlook on life. We begin to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and we attract positive experiences and people into our lives. A simple way to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. They can be as simple as a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of quiet in your day. Over time, this practice will train your mind to focus on the positive, which will in turn attract more positive experiences into your life. Gratitude also has a profound impact on our relationships. When we express gratitude to others, we strengthen our connections and create a positive feedback loop. People are naturally drawn to those who appreciate them, and this can lead to deeper, more meaningful relationships. Whether it's thanking a colleague for their help, expressing appreciation to a loved one, or simply acknowledging someone's efforts, gratitude can transform our interactions and attract more positivity into our lives. As we wrap up this exploration of detachment and attraction, let's return to our initial metaphor of the child and the butterfly. When the child stopped chasing, the butterfly landed on their shoulder. This simple yet profound moment teaches us that sometimes the key to achieving our goals isn't to chase them harder, but to create the space for them to come to us. Detachment is not about inaction. It's about aligning our actions with trust in the natural flow of life. When we let go of the need to control every outcome, we open ourselves to the endless possibilities that life has to offer. By embracing the wisdom of the Stoics, we learn that true success and happiness come not from the relentless pursuit of our desires, but from our ability to let go, to trust, and to be open to the unexpected gifts that life brings. This shift in perspective can transform not only how we approach our goals, but how we live our lives. Remember, what belongs to you will simply find you. Trust in the process, be patient, practice acceptance, and cultivate gratitude. These virtues will guide you on your journey, helping you to attract what is truly meant for you and to live a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment. As we conclude this journey, let's reflect on the profound wisdom that lies in letting go. The butterfly landing on the child's shoulder is not just a simple story, it's a powerful metaphor for life. When we release our relentless pursuit, when we stop chasing every goal with desperation, we create the space for life's true blessings to find us. This is not about giving up, it's about embracing a mindset of trust, patience, and peace. It's about understanding that what is truly meant for us will never pass us by. The Stoics taught us that our greatest strength lies not in how hard we push, but in how deeply we trust the process. Imagine living each day with the confidence that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do. This trust frees you from the anxiety of constant striving and opens you to the possibilities that are already within your reach. So, as you move forward, I encourage you to focus on your journey, to give your best, and then to let go. Trust that life has a way of bringing you what you need, when you need it. This isn't just a philosophy, it's a powerful way to live. So go ahead, stop chasing, and start attracting the life you've always dreamed of. It's closer than you think. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this wisdom with someone who needs it, and subscribe to our channel for more insights that can elevate your life. Together, let's build a community that attracts not just success, but true fulfillment.